Hey everyone, hope you're all well and having a wonderful day, a wonderful week so far. Hopefully it's about to get even better now that you've landed on your yoga mat. So welcome if you haven't met me before. I am Amy and I will be your teacher for this class, and if you are one of those wonderful people who is here all the time, then welcome back. This is going to be a fun, funky, creative, challenging, a little bit strong in places, a little bit stretchy in places, Vinyasa flow. A lot of description just thrown at you there, but if that does sound like something that you're up for, you can come and meet me on your mat. This class will have a particular focus on opening across the chest and the shoulders, but we will definitely get the whole body involved along the way. So if you do make it to the end of the class and you enjoyed it, I would love if you could leave a comment to let me know what you thought. You can also leave any requests for classes that you would like me to film. Just let me know anything that's on your mind. I'm here for it. You can also give the video a thumbs up so that I know you liked it, and subscribe so that hopefully we can practice yoga together again very soon. When you are ready, we will meet down on our backs. The suggestion is to find sometimes what's called a teepee shape. So bending the knees, planting the feet wide on the edges of the mat and letting the knees rest in towards center. Take a few really big breaths here, breathing in through the nose, maybe sighing it out through the mouth. A few more times, a really big inhale and a full, complete exhale, let it all go. Last one like that, complete breath in and complete breath out. Then just letting your breath settle into a rhythm that feels natural. A rhythm where you can stay connected to your breath as you hold this shape. Maybe placing one hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach here so that you can feel the movement of your torso on the wave of each breath. That expansion on every in-breath, that softening with every out-breath. And you might find that as you hold here and focus on your breath, the quality of your breath starts to shift and change. So it might become a little bit slower, a bit smoother, a bit deeper. Each breath expanding to fill more space and more time than the breath that came before. And maybe noticing if those changes in your breath are mirrored by changes in your body. So with each breath in, you might find a little bit more energy, more vitality. And with each breath out, you might let go of more tension from your body and feel yourself sinking a little bit further into the earth beneath you. Just gently unraveling any tension that might be held in your body today. Tension that you don't need, that isn't serving you, and that you can let go of. So we use this time here to let go of that tension that isn't serving us, making space to then invite in muscular engagement throughout this practice in a way that's done with awareness, intention, and in a way that will serve us. So finding your breath, finding those sensations in the body, and holding them in your awareness for these final few moments in stillness. Just gently guiding your mind back each time that you notice it wandering off elsewhere. Let's start to invite some movement in. So if your hands are on your torso, Bring them all the way up overhead, interlace all 10 fingers, press the palms away from you, squeeze the biceps by the ears, extend and lengthen the legs long down the mat, stretch all the way from fingers to toes, big inhale. Exhale, release, draw the knees into the chest, give them a little squeeze, have a little rock from side to side. Some little circles on the lower back might feel good. Then let go of the feet, let them plant on the edges of the mat once again. Find a cactus shape through the arms and just windshield wipe the legs from side to side, letting them drift left and right. Maybe finding that you can move a little bit further with each repetition as your body starts to open up. Next time the knees fall over to the right, let them rest there. Maybe the right ankle comes onto the outside of the left thigh to deepen that stretch. Unravel. Through center, let the knees drift over to the other side. Same options apply here. Unravel through center, plant the soles of the feet on the floor and walk them in so they're hip width apart. Knees are stacked above the ankles. Extend the arms down by your sides. Now as you inhale, ripple the hips up away from the mat, bridge pose, engage the glutes at the top. Exhale, melt the hips back down. 2 more times, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time, inhale, lift and pause at the top. Bring the hands to interlace beneath you. Then maybe wiggle the shoulder blades even closer in together. You might find that you can then lift the hips and chest a little bit higher up. Hold here, ground through your right toes and then lift your right heel away from the mat. Lower back down. Lift, lower, up, and down. Keep that going a few more times. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Lift, keep it lifted. Pulse the hips just up and down a tiny bit for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the right heel, then start to lift and lower the left heel. Keeping that full steady breath. For 3, 2, 1. Lift, keep it lifted. Pulse the hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the left heel. Now lift and lower both heels at the same time. Keep those hips high. Knees are in line with the hips. For 3, 2, 1. You've guessed it. Keep the heels lifted. Pulse the hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the heels, unravel the arms, melt the hips down onto the floor. Lift your right foot, cross the right ankle over the top of the left knee. Supine pigeon. Catch the back of the thigh or the front of the shin. Pull the left leg in. Maybe use the right elbow to push the right leg away. Maybe circle through the ankles, anything that feels good. If you're holding the shin, slide the hands to catch the back of the thigh and extend the left leg up towards the ceiling. Keep pulling that left leg in closer. Keep the legs the same. Unravel the arms, bring them to interlace around the back of your head. Keep the legs in this figure 4 shape. Inhale, lower the left heel down to hover away from the mat. Exhale, lift the legs, tap left elbow to right knee. Inhale, lower the legs. Exhale, lift and tap. Just 3 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last 2. 1 more time. Tap, can you make contact with the elbow and the knee? Press them in towards one another. Take a big inhale. Stay for the exhale. Lower the upper body down, unravel the arms, supine cow face pose. Right leg crosses over the top of the left, either catching hold of the edges of the feet or maybe the knees. Have a little rock from side to side. Then unravel, plant the right foot across the left ankle over. Supine pigeon, second side, whichever variation, whether it's hands on the shin or the back of the thigh. Hands around the back of the thigh if they're not already, as you extend the right leg up to the ceiling and pull it in even closer. Unravel the arms, fingers interlace behind your head 5 times. Inhale, lower the right heel. Exhale, lift, tap right elbow, left knee. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 3. Last 2. One more time. Tap, make contact, press and squeeze the elbow into the knee. Then lower down, cross left knee over right knee, heels into the hips. Rock from side to side, move and breathe. Unravel the legs, bring the hands onto the knees, rock yourself forwards and backwards a few times. Eventually, find your way up to seated, but keep the heels hovering above the floor. Reach the fingertips forward, boat pose, shins are parallel to the earth. Tap the right toes down, lift. 4 more, tap, lift, lower, lift. Last 2. Last 1, to the left for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tap both for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift. Can you fully extend the legs? Point the toes up to the ceiling. Maybe reach the arms up to the ceiling as well. Big inhale. Stay for the exhale. 1 more cycle of breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Cross the ankles, find a cross-legged seat, place the hands on the knees. Inhale, pull the heart forward, open the chest. Exhale, round it back, tuck the chin in. 2 more, inhale, open. Exhale, round. Last time, big inhale. Big exhale. Neutral spine, walk the left fingertips off the edge of the mat, bring the right hand onto the left ear. Pull the right ear towards the right shoulder gently, maybe creeping the left fingertips even further away to deepen that stretch down the side of the neck. Second side, right fingertips off the edge of the mat, left hand onto the head. Let it go, reach both arms up. Place the hands on the mat, uncross the ankles, find a tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Find some movement here. No direction from me, so take it any way that feels good, whether big or small. Classic cat-cow or a different direction. Move from a place of feeling rather than a place of thinking. Working out all of those knots, staying connected to your breath. Eventually spiral your way back to a neutral tabletop. We'll meet there. Lift and extend your right leg back behind you. Reach your left arm straight out in front. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to chest, elbow squeezes in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. Let's do 3. Last 2. 1 more time. Now extend and lengthen and pause. Bend your right knee, sweep the left hand to catch the right foot, Swan pose. Kick that leg up and back behind you. Press into your right hand, roll your left shoulder open. Can you let go of your right leg but keep it exactly the same? Place the left hand back down on the mat. Tuck under your left toes. Can you lift the left knee to hover? Tap it back down. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Tap it down. Inhale, kick the right leg even higher up towards the ceiling. Exhale, squeeze your right knee into your nose and lift your left knee round the spine. Inhale, lower the left knee, kick the right leg high. Exhale, lift the left knee, squeeze the right knee in. Let's just do one more like this. Big inhale. Exhale, squeeze the knee in towards the nose and pause. Press your left heel to the back of the room. Tap the right knee to the mat, to the nose, to the mat, to the nose. A few more times. Squeeze into the nose. Excuse me. Pause. Step the foot through. Find a lunge. Inhale, rise all the way up. High crescent. Sweep your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, tap your left knee to the floor. Inhale, come up, straighten both legs. Exhale, bend and tap. Let's do 3. Last 2. One more time. Come all the way back up. Bring the hands behind your back so they interlace. Press the palms together. Squeeze the shoulder blades down and back. Spin your back heel onto the floor and re-bend into your front knee, finding warrior 1 legs. Draw your right hip back slightly, your left hip forward slightly. Inhale here. Exhale, tap your right shoulder down towards your right knee. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, hinge it down. Let's do 3. Last 2. One more time, take it down and pause. Maybe this time tucking the shoulder to the inside of the knee. But notice if that right hip starts to flare out to the side. Can you tuck it in so the hip and knee stay in line with one another? Big inhales and big exhales. Come all the way back up on the wave of your next breath in. Pop up onto your left tip toes, finding your high lunge through your legs. Start to step onto your right foot. Draw your left knee up and in towards your chest. Then can you extend the left leg straight out in front of you, standing staff, still with this bind behind the back. Keeping this bind if you can. Swing the left leg back behind you. Hinge the torso down. Warrior 3. Kick the leg straight out in front of you. Lengthen the spine, standing staff. A few more like that. Take it back. Warrior 3. Sweep it forward, standing staff. Last time, take it back into your warrior 3 and pause. Keep everything else the same, but bend the left knee, squeeze the heel in towards the hips. Extend it back. Bend, squeeze in, bend, extend. Last time, bend it in and pause. Unravel the hands, bring them to your heart. 5 little dips through the right knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the right leg. Lower the fingertips to the floor. Kick and extend the left leg high. Standing splits. Engage your left glutes and hamstrings to sweep that leg even higher. Take a big inhale. Stay for the exhale. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Next place we meet is a left leg 3-legged dog. Maybe you take a big hop back with the right foot all the way to the back of the mat, keeping the left leg high. Bend the left knee, open the hip, draw some big circles with the knee. Switch direction of the circles. Then open that knee up as high as you can. Flip over into Wild Thing, stepping the toes off the right side of the mat. Push the hips and the heart high. Big inhale. Lower the left hand down, roll into the outside edge of the left foot and flip over into Wild Thing on the other side. Then we'll move between both sides. So lower the right hand down, roll onto the edge of the right foot, step the left foot up and over, push your hips up. Lower the hand down, roll, flip it over. A few more times. Over to the right, over to the left. Last time coming through to the right, but instead of Wild Thing, this time pull your right knee in towards your chest. Then again, can you tap the knee to the mat, the nose, the mat, the nose for 3, 2. Last one, tap it to the mat, place your right shin down on the mat fully. The right toes are pointing back towards the left knee is lifted. Then can you lift your hands away from the mat, finding an active pigeon pose. Engage your core, send some energy up through your fingertips. Then can you tap the left knee, lift it back up. 4 more, lower, lift, down and up. Last 2. And last one, lift, keep it lifted. Bring the hands to interlace behind the lower back. Now can you take a big step forward with your left foot to the top of the mat? Then step your right foot to the top of the mat as well, a bear pose. Feet are hip width apart, knees are bent, chest is open. Lift your right heel to hover, tap it down, lift, lower, up and down. Keep it going for 3. Last 2. And 1. Keep the heel lifted, pulse through the hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down, other side. Lift the left, lower, up, down. Keep it going. For 3, for 2, and 1. Keep it lifted, pulse the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can probably guess where we're going. Drop the left heel now, lift both heels. Down, up, down. Keep it going. Keep breathing. For 3, for 2, 1. Can you keep the heels lifted? Come high onto your tiptoes, pulse the hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the heels, straighten the legs, keep the bind. Let the chest melt down over the legs. Maybe bending into each knee at a time and dipping the shoulder to tap the knee. Catch up with your breath here. Release the bind. Press the hands into the shins. Find a flat back. Big inhale. Forward fold. Big exhale. 2 more. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold and deepen. 1 more like that. Inhale. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. Step right foot, then left foot back, high plank. Inhale. Chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, wave it back. Downward facing dog. Pause and pedal. Shimmy, wiggle, breathe, whatever is calling to you in this moment. Where is there tension in your downward dog today? And can you maybe work through that by inviting in movement? Now on your next inhale, can you bring the knees to hover above the floor, find a floating tabletop. Exhale, push it back, down dog. 4 more like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's do 3. last 2. One more time, take it down to hover and pause. Breathe in, breathe out. Last big inhale. Drop the knees to the floor, release your exhale. Again, a few moments to yourself to work through any movement. Movement through your spine, your shoulders, your hips. Maybe noticing if things feel a little bit more spacious than the last time we visited this shape. Is there a greater depth to your breath? A greater focus to your mind? What have you cultivated so far in this class that you want to carry with you into the rest of this practice? Find your neutral tabletop as we move on to the second side. Left leg back behind you, right arm out in front of you, big inhale. Squeeze everything in, big exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. Let's do 3, 2, 1 more. Now inhale, extend and lengthen and pause. Bend the left knee, catch the foot with the right hand. Kick the leg up and back, swan pose. Let go of the leg, but keep it the same. Toes pointing up to the ceiling. Tuck under your right toes, lift your right knee. Tap. 4 more. Up, down, lift, lower. Last 2. Last 1. Lift and lower. Now inhale, kick the left leg even higher up and back. Exhale, left knee to nose, lift your right knee, extend the right leg. Inhale, lower the right knee, kick the left leg high. Exhale, left knee to nose, right leg extends back. 3 more. Breathe in, breathe out. Last 2. Big inhale, big exhale. 1 more time, fill the lungs, kick the leg. Empty the lungs, squeeze the knee in, pause, tap the knee to the mat, nose, mat, nose, mat, nose. Last 2. Last 1, squeeze the knee to the nose, pause. Big step through, find your lunge, back knee stays lifted. Get steady through the feet, get light through the arms, find your high crescent. Energize those arms, power up those legs. Inhale here. Exhale, tap the right knee to the floor. Inhale, lift and extend both legs. Exhale, lower. Let's keep it going. Up, down, lift, lower. Last 2. Last 1. Tap, bring it upright. Sweep your hands behind your back. Maybe bring the opposite finger on top, the one that feels a little bit funky maybe. Spin your right heel onto the floor. Rebend your front knee. Warrior 1 legs. Inhale, push your chest forward, open your heart. Exhale, hinge, tap the shoulder towards the knee. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. 3 more. Lower, lift, down, up. Last 1, hinge it down and pause. Maybe tuck the shoulder inside the knee, press knee into shoulder, shoulder into knee. Imagine like you're trying to draw the feet away from one another. Breathe. Rise all the way back up. Keep the bind behind the back. Step onto your left foot. Pop onto your right tiptoes and then draw the right knee into the chest. Extend the leg forward. Sweep it back to warrior 3 with the chest expansion. Kick it forward, standing staff. A few more times. moving on your own at a pace that works. Let's meet in this warrior 3, still with the chest expansion. Bend your right knee, squeeze the heel in, extend it back. Squeeze in, back, bend, extend. Let's do 2 and 1. Squeeze it in, keep the knee bent, bring the hands to your heart, maybe fall out of it along the way. 5 little pulses through your left knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the fingertips to the floor, kick the right leg high. Find your standing split and hold there for a few deep breaths. One more big inhale. One more big exhale. Then you might try to take that hop back into a left side 3-legged dog, keeping the right leg extended up and back. Bend your right knee, draw some big circles with the knee. Switch direction of the circles. Then open the knee up, flip your way over into a wild thing. Drop the right toes, push the hips and heart high. Then we'll move from side to side. So lower the right hand down, roll onto the edge of the right foot, step the left toes up and over, push the heart high. Roll it over to the other side. Keep it going. The next time you lower the left hand down, squeeze your left knee in towards your nose. Tap it to the mat, the nose, mat, nose, lower, lift. Let's do 2 and 1. Place the left shin down on the floor. Keep the right knee lifted. Reach your arms all the way up. Active pigeon. Find your balance here. Tap the right knee down, up, lower, lift for 3, 2 and 1. Lift, keep it lifted. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace, opposite thumb on top maybe. Press the palms together, squeeze the shoulders down and back. Step your right foot to the top of the mat, left foot to the top of the mat, bear pose. Bend the knees, drop the hips down low, but keep the chest nice and spacious. Then again, lift your right heel, lower, up, down. Keep it going. Keep it lifted, pulse the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the right heel, then move the left up and down. Keep it lifted, pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the left heel, then lift both. For 3, for 2, for 1. Lift, keep them lifted, pulse the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the heels, let the arms drop up and overhead as you find your fold. Maybe find those dippy shoulders if it felt good before. Then release the bind if you've still got it. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana. 2 more. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. 1 more. Breathe in. Breathe out, fold, plant the hands, step left foot, then right foot back, inhale, chaturanga, exhale. Up dog or cobra, breathe in, downward facing dog, breathe out. Again, this is the opportunity to reset, making those observations, a moment of appreciation, integration. Out again, 5 times. Inhale, floating table, drop the knees to hover. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, forward and down, hover. Exhale, up and back. Let's do 3. Last 2. One more time. Lower, pause, hover, hold. Can you tap right knee to right elbow? Step the toes back. Left knee, left elbow. Step it back. Keep it going. Right. Left. Let's speed it up. Right. Left. Right. Left. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Both toes back. Drop the knees. Melt the hips to the heels. Find a child's pose. Settle in there for a few cycles of breath. Hands out in front, wave it into a tabletop, tuck under the toes and then just walk the feet to meet the hands, find a fold. Bring the big toes to touch, find a bit of space between the heels. Drop the hips low, reach the arms high, find Utkatasana, chair pose. Standing on your right foot, can you tap your left toes to the front of the mat, keeping the right knee bent, then step the left toes back behind you. Tap them forward, back, forward, back. Keep that movement going a few more times. Maybe building up a bit of burn in that right leg. Next time the left toe step back, take a big step back. Find your high lunge once again. Breathe in. Straighten the front leg. Sweep the arms back behind you. Breathe out. Inhale, bend the knee. Reach the arms up. Exhale, straighten the knee. Sweep the arms back. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2, big breath in, big breath out. 1 more, expansive inhale, and a complete exhale. Straighten the legs, sweep the arms back, pause, hover, hold. Then lower the fingertips to frame the right leg, fold down over the leg, extended pyramid. Hold the shape, but keep your breath flowing. Find a flat back, walk your hands around to the left, turn the toes in, the heels out. Find a prasarita. Come onto the fingertips, give the hips a little wiggle from side to side here. Just bumping them from left to right. Then lift your hands away from the mat, bring them behind your back to interlace. Stay in a flat back here. Squeeze the palms together, squeeze the shoulders together, engage your core to hold yourself in this shape. Then release, fold down between the legs, let the arms drop up overhead. Release the hands, bring them back to the heart, come all the way up to standing. Turn the right toes forward, bend into the right knee, find right side Skandasana. Maybe hands free. You can travel over to left side Skandasana, then take it back, right side Skandasana, over to the left, over to the right. Take it over to the left and pause, lower your left hand down, open your right arm up, find a twist. Maybe explore the bind, right arm behind the back, left arm in front of the shin. Maybe the fingertips meet and you roll the chest open. Release the bind if you had it. Let's all bring the arms into a capital T shape. Press all the way up into a right side warrior 2. Inhale, fly the warrior. Press the palms up overhead. Exhale, sink it down, Vira 2. Inhale, fly. Exhale, bend. Let's do 3. Last 2. Last 1. Take it down. Now inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, half moon. Step onto your right leg. Lift the left leg back behind you. See if you can keep your right hand hovering away from the mat. Now can you bend your left knee, squeeze the heel into the hips, extend the leg back. 4 more. Bend, extend, in, out. Last 2. Last 1. Squeeze it in, keep it there. See if you can bring the hands to catch hold of the top of the left foot. Pull that heel in towards your hips. Keep your chest open to the side of the room though. You might fall out of the shape and find your way back in. So shoulders are open, hips are open. Now, can you keep hold of the foot and square the shoulders and the hips to face the mat so you find a warrior 3 shape with the left heel being drawn in towards the hips. Keep hold of the foot, bring the torso upright all the way up to stand, super duper challenging. Keep the left hand on the left foot, elevate your right arm up to the ceiling. Maybe switch the grip so you're holding the inside edge of the foot and then kick up into dancer and Vinyasa. Let go of the left leg, keep it lifted, reach your left arm up to the ceiling, pulse the left leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big step back with the left toes, high crescent lunge, inhale. Lower the hands to the mat, step it back, work through a vinyasa, exhale. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pausing here, reset that connection to your breath in case you lost it. This time let's inhale, bend the knees, press the chest back towards the thighs at the back of the mat. Exhale, step, hop, jump, float. Make your way to the top of the mat. Knees bend, feet are together, hips low, arms high, Utkatasana, chair pose. Standing onto your left foot this time, keeping the left knee bent. Can you tap the right toes in front, then behind, forwards and back. Then just keep that movement going. Keep your breath flowing. I don't know why I'm talking like a robot. Just a few more. Then the next time the right toe step back, take a big step back, find your high crescent lunge, inhale. Straighten the front leg, sweep the arms back, exhale. Inhale, rise up, crescent. Exhale, sweep it back, pyramid. A few more, breathe in. Breathe out. Last 2, inhale. Exhale. 1 more, big breath in. Big breath out, sweep it back, find this pyramid shape and pause, engage your core. Lower the fingertips to the floor, fold down over your left leg. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands around to the right this time. Parallel the feet, toes point in, heels point out. And again, that little wiggle with your hips from left to right, like a little pendulum. Lift the hands, bring them to your heart, hold yourself in this flat back. Interlace behind the back, opposite interlace. Hold with a nice straight spine for 1 more moment. Then hinge it down between the legs, let the arms drop up overhead. Come all the way upright, release the hands along the way, bring them to your heart. Point your right toes back, bend it down into your Skandasana. Travel over to the top of the mat. Keep it going from side to side. See how low you can keep the hips along the way. Let's meet in right side Skandasana. Lower the right hand down, open the left arm up. Maybe wrap the arms around your right leg, find that bind, roll your chest open. Let the bind go, bring the arms into that capital T. Press all the way up into left side warrior 2. Making any adjustments as needed through your feet, find your alignment. Inhale, fly. Both legs straight, arms overhead. Exhale, bend it down. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, lower. Let's do 3. Bend. Last 2. Sink it down. One more time. Warrior 2. Now inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, Ardha Chandrasana. Can you keep your left hand hovering away from the mat? Can you bend your left knee? Squeeze the heel into your right knee, heel into hips. Extend it back. 4 more. Bend, extend, squeeze, lengthen. Last 2. Last 1, squeeze it in, keep it squeezing in. Can you bring the hands to catch hold of the foot? Pull the heel into your hips. Chest and shoulders and hips stay spiraling open to the side of the room. A little moment of falling there, finding the fun, letting go of any frustration. Maybe you can keep hold of the foot as you square the hips and the shoulders to face the mat now. Warrior 3 variation. And then can you come up to stand? Maybe keep that grip on the foot. Left arm up, right hand to the inside of the foot. Dancer pose, kick the leg up and back. Big expansive breaths here. Let go of the leg, keep it lifted, reach both arms up. Pulse the leg, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a big step back, high lunge, inhale. Vinyasa, exhale. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Wave it forward into a high plank. Lower all the way onto your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Ripple up, breathe in. Melt down, breathe out. Last time, inhale up. Exhale down. Bring the hands to interlace behind your back. Press the palms together. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the legs. Exhale, lower. Let's do 4 more like this. Lift, lower, up, down. Last 2. Last 1. Lift. Can you stay lifted? Squeeze the right heel in, out, for 3, 2, and 1. You've guessed it. Squeeze the left heel for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend, squeeze both. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze them in. Can you keep them squeezing in? Lift the chest higher, lift the legs higher. Hands free, bow pose. Big inhales and big exhales. Release the legs down, unravel the hands. Plant the hands beneath your forehead. Give the hips a little wiggle. Maybe windshield wipe the legs and catch up with your breath here. Lift the head away from the hands. Extend your left arm straight out to the left, so it's at a 9 o'clock if you were a clock. Bend your right knee, squeeze the heel in. Roll up and over towards your left arm, opening through the chest and the shoulders. Let that right knee open up to bring more opening through the hips. Then you might tuck your right heel beneath your hips, bring the knees in line and catch the top of the right foot with your right hand. Staying connected to your breath to keep you present as you hold this shape. Maybe noticing if your mind speeds up as we slow the body down. Trying to counteract that by focusing on things that are alive for you in this moment, whether it's physical sensations, movement of breath. Start to unravel from this, but keep your right knee bent. Bring it into a half frog shape, so the right knee is straight out to the side. Come onto your forearms, Sphinx pose through the upper body. Inhale, press the earth away, lift the elbows. Exhale, tap them back down. 4 more, lift, lower, up, and down. Last 2. Last 1, lift and pause, hold and breathe. Maybe bend into your left knee, point the toes of the left foot up towards the back of your head. Maybe walk the hands even closer in and tip the head back and tap the back of your head with your left toes. Release, lower down. Lift your right elbow so you can thread your left hand beneath to catch the right knee. Then roll over onto your back, finding a supine twist. Working the shoulders in the direction of the floor. Sending bigger expansive breaths into your entire torso. Unravel, release, roll back through center, maybe bend the knees and windshield wipe between sides. Then we'll take it over to the other side. So open your right arm out to your side toward 3 o'clock. Bend your left knee, roll up and over towards your right arm. Maybe tucking left heel beneath the hip. Maybe catching the top of the foot and pulling that heel in even closer. Start to unravel back onto your belly, keep the left knee bent, find that half frog shape, press onto the elbows. Then 5 times, press the floor away, lift the elbows, lower, up, down, lift, lower. Last 2. Last 1, lift and pause. Maybe squeeze the right heel in towards the hips, walk the hands in even closer and lean back. Tap your right toes to the back of your head. Release, lower down, thread your right arm beneath your left, catch that knee, roll over onto your back, find your supine twist. Now carry on rolling onto your back. If you want to turn around so that you're facing a different way, so you're probably facing the back of your mat now, but if you feel comfortable that way, you can stay there. Let's hug the knees into the chest, give them a little squeeze, a final little rock from side to side. Can you pull the knees into the chest so much that you can then reach down and catch the feet with the opposite hand? So crossing over at the wrists, catching hold of the opposite edges of the feet and really draw the knees as much as you can in towards your chest. Really squeezing everything in, but still sending really big deep breaths into your entire torso. Now, option to see if you can keep the hands crossed onto the opposite feet as you find a happy baby, but with the elbows crossed. Let go of that. Let the feet drop to the floor and then walk them out long or keep them bent, keep the knees on the earth. Finding your Savasana, choosing a shape that you can settle into for these final few moments in stillness. And if you're tempted to end the class now, I would just gently encourage you to hang around for a few moments longer, knowing that you set aside the time to be here for the full hour. So you have this time to commit to yourself, to let your body fully unwind and slow down and be still, to let your breath settle back into its natural rhythm, and to maybe give your mind a few more moments in whatever state it is that you've shifted into during this class, so that you increase your capacity to take that state with you into the rest of your day when you leave your mat. Whether it's a more calm and steady mind, a bit more focus, more presence. Using this time to connect to that, let it become fully ingrained in every level of your being, your mind, your body, your soul. As always, the invitation is to stay in Shavasana for longer if you have the time. If you're ready to move on, if you need to move on, bring yourself back up out slowly. Inviting nice gentle movements to bring a bit of energy back into your body. Inviting a few deeper breaths to bring that energy back in as well. Maybe keep your eyes closed for these final few moments if it feels okay as you find your way back up to your version of a comfortable seat. Let's finish our practice together with 3 releasing breaths. Inhale through your nose, sweep your arms up overhead. Sigh out through the mouth, lower the hands down in front of you. Feel that air resistance. 2 more, big expansive inhale. Full complete exhale. 1 more, big breath in. Big breath out. Press the air away, let the hands rest down on the knees, grounding the effects of your practice. for the rest of your day, as always, I hope that you think peaceful thoughts, I hope you speak peaceful words, and I hope you feel peace in your heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for choosing to share your practice with me today. It was an honour to be your teacher. Like I said at the start, I would be really grateful if you had a spare minute, if you could let me know in the comments what you thought about this practice. Feedback is always appreciated and welcome so that I can make the next class better than this one, or just as good if you like this one. And like I said as well, requests are welcome, just hearing about your day, your yoga practice, I'm here for it all. Please do also give it a thumbs up so I know you enjoyed it, and subscribe, I would love that, so that we can be on our mats together again, hopefully many more times in the future. But more important than any of those things is that you have a great day, stay healthy, stay happy, stay well.